What's up, y'all? It's your girl EJ, and we are back with Sis Let's Talk Part 10. And listen, this one right here is about two of the most detested folks in Divorced Sistas universe right now, Franklin and Naomi. Now look, y'all might hate Naomi a little more right now, and I get it. She's been out here wilding, but let's not forget who made her this way. This entire Naomi we see unraveling, Franklin built that. So if you're passing out blame, go ahead and make sure that you give him a little bit of this blame too, because he is the direct reason for what we have right now. Okay, y'all, so this is a bonus video I did because I wanted to do something that was inspired by our live show conversations, because y'all can't stand Naomi. So I wanted to do a little video to just talk about Naomi and Franklin a little bit more. If you have not joined our live shows, we do them every Thursday. Myself and Tika Deshawn host, and we bring our friends up and we have a whole conversation around this. So please, please, please make sure to come and join the mid-season finale that will be happening this Thursday. We want to hear everything that you guys have to say. So let's go ahead and get into this conversation about the most hated Naomi. Oh, and we talking about Franklin trifling ass too.
Say.
Stop it, Naomi. Okay, that's enough.
No. Let her cook.
And then, the moment y'all knew was coming, I hit the gas and aired everybody out. So if you mad, check the mirror, boo. Tiffany, you lonely and looking for a crown. Met Javon yesterday and ready to risk it on now. Ain't dated in 3 years, then he flashed that charm. Now you talking about maybe love with your heart or not. No, prenups ain't a sin, cause that alimony stings. Bridget, you stay pulling boys fresh out of class, talking future plans with a barely grown past. I asked where you met him, high school or daycare. Girl, he's still texting in all caps like he.
Okay, y'all, so these two have been the chaotic heartbeat of the show, right? The messy divorce, the social media pettiness, the revenge antics, the gaslighting, the STI, and of course, his disrespect was on 10. While Naomi spirals, it's giving mutual toxicity with a dash of trauma bonding. These two right here are absolutely horrid in the eyes of a lot of you. Like, a lot of you really can't stand Naomi much more than you can't stand Franklin, which is really interesting to me. But we're gonna talk about all of it, right? Franklin really is out here reclaiming gifts, shading Naomi in public, playing victim while doing villain level taunting. Like, this man is literally reaching back and making sure that Naomi reacts. When you've been with somebody for years and years and years, like these people have been with each other, you know how to get a reaction out of them. You know how to make them do the things that you want them to do. You know how to push their buttons, and you know what's going to make them snap and what's going to get a reaction out of them. So there's that. Now, we know that she's hurt, and she's very, very loud about it. She's dragging everybody with her. I mean, we watched Naomi cut deep with her friends, telling Rashida, Bridget, and Tiffany about themselves like she had to mic drop. Was it out of line? Absolutely. But was she really lying though? Well, y'all, that's up for debate, because y'all know how I feel. And yes, she does need to heal. Yes, she needs therapy. But y'all, this ain't just divorce. This is a public humiliation. This man gave her an STI, begged her to stay, then dipped out for a younger woman and had the nerve to rub it in her face. He's not just messy, he is surgical with it, y'all. Like, he is making sure that he continues to cut deep each and every time. Now, so while some folks are saying like she should just take the $37 million and move on, I personally don't believe that it's that simple when your whole identity has been rocked. Money can't buy you your dignity back when someone plays in your face like that. Like, for someone who has had the money before, that is not going to sway her. It would be different if it was somebody like me who was like, if you give me $37 million, I might just walk away and go live in another country or something and just not even think about it. Or, you know, so that I'd be so far away from you, I wouldn't have to deal with it. Or my pettiness might kick in, which means that I would still be giving that person power, but at the same time, I just wouldn't be on the level that Naomi is on. But I would have still showed up with Hakeem on my shoulder, aka Doc's doppelganger, and just rubbed it in his face too. But that would be playing in it too. That still shows that someone is hurt. They're just doing it in a different way. I just feel like we're all saying that we wouldn't do this because we would take the money and run, but we got to remember what Naomi has been through. And I think the one thing that the show does a huge disservice with is not giving us that backstory that we need. We don't have the backstory that we need so that we can be mad with Naomi. Instead, we're mad at Naomi because of how she's acting and how she's projecting and taking all of these things out on the very people who are trying to be there for her. But I can't really 100% say that people haven't been in situations to where they react and lash out on people who are trying to help, where you're so angry and you're so hurt that someone says something to you and you snap at them even though you're not really mad at them. You just got to remember that Naomi's doing this at 10 times the level that maybe most normal people would do. I see this as someone who is extremely hurt and someone who got blindsided because she stayed with the man, chose to forgive him, chose to believe him, even though he still ended up playing in her face and leaving her for a woman half her age, her son's age at that, getting her pregnant, and then having the nerve to say that she was the best thing that ever happened to him, and then specifically saying that his ex-wife was this, that, or the third. And I find it very interesting that some of us even go as far as to say that they understand why Franklin left Naomi. We don't even know what Naomi was like before she was angry, before she became this version of herself. So I find that kind of hard to say. I wouldn't go that far because of the simple fact that Franklin has made her this. I'm not giving Franklin any grace. I'm not giving Franklin any leadway with this. Franklin is the devil, and Franklin is a class A narcissist who is determined to make sure that this woman continues to hurt each and every day. And while it's easy for us to say, oh, she should just let it go, walk away, it ain't always that easy. I know that people can relate to being so angry about something that you just couldn't let it go. You want to let it go, but you just couldn't let it go at the time. You just got to remember that Naomi's just doing hers at 10 times the level. It's the same thing in just regular everyday life. There has been a moment where you have been mad, and I mean really mad, and the right thing would feel to do was just let it go and walk away from it, but instead you didn't. I know that people go through this because we see it every day on these shows like Snap. We see it every day on just some of these news stories that we see where somebody got so angry that they did something that was out of character. Why come this can't be a situation where this man has pushed her so far and now she's snapped? And yes, she's lashing out at all of the people around her who love her, because that's what being human is. Instead of us holding on to the people who are in our lives and that we love, sometimes we lash out at them because we don't know how to channel the anger that we have. We don't know where to put this anger at, so we put it out on those that are close to us. Is it right? No, absolutely it's not right. Is she wrong? Absolutely she's wrong. But I think we need to give Naomi just a little more grace if we're going to go into this Franklin versus Naomi type of thing and make Naomi the worser of the two and pretend that Franklin had a reason to leave her. I will never be able to get down with that because I just don't think that that's accurate or true. And I think that that's such a narrative that always happens, that anytime someone gets very, very angry or starts to act out of character, that the first thing we say is, oh, I see why this person left you, because you are like this because of how you're acting now. Not necessarily thinking about the fact of why am I acting like this now? How did I get to this point where I'm at now? But at the end of the day, Naomi's character was not meant for anybody to like. She was meant to be unlikable. She was meant to be the angry person that she is, the scorned woman that she is, that makes her character so annoying that you can't sympathize with her. Honestly, I wish we had, the flashbacks, the origin story. Show us who Naomi was before Franklin broke her down, because right now we're seeing the aftermath and judging her like she ain't been through a war. So there's that, y'all. Listen, do y'all think Franklin broke Naomi, or has this always been who she was and now she just got exposed? And should she be getting more grace, or is it time for her to take her millions and bounce for real? Y'all already know what to do. Drop down in the comments and let me know your thoughts. While you're here, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on the next messy installment of Sis Let's Talk, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.